to the first ever Sunday Criterion on the Minnelli Studio Entertainment, where I hope to bring you some of the best Criterion suggestions review on all the internet. I'm your host Jack, and today I'll be bringing you the first of many episodes. This first film I'm going to talk about is one that's close to my heart. I love the filmmaker, and I love who the film is about. Now, this person we're going to talk about is very controversial, and, some people probably won't like him. And that's okay. I don't love everything about the guy. He's got flaws. But I think he has an interesting story, and he has an interesting message. And this film shows that perfectly. And that film is Paul Schrader's Mishima, Life in 4 Chapters. Before I get into the review, I gotta say, if you have not seen this film before, here is my blind recommendation. It is probably one of the best cinematic experiences you'll ever see. I promise you that, with your money back guarantee. Now, with that being said, let's get into this review of this bold, experimental, controversial Criterion release. Let's go. Before we talk about the film, we need to talk about the man, Yukio Mishima. Mishima was a novelist, playwright, actor, and political activist. He was nominated for the Nobel Prize in Literature, and he was obsessed with Japanese values, beauty, discipline, and the concept of heroic death. On November 25, 1970, Mishima and 4 followers from his private militia stormed a military base in Tokyo. After delivering a speech calling for a return to Imperial Japan, a speech that was met mostly with laughter, Mishima committed seppuku, or ritual suicide. It was shocking. It was theatrical. It was the culmination of everything he believed in. And Paul Schrader film doesn't just dramatize that moment. It deconstructs it. Mishima, A Life in 4 Chapters, is not a traditional biopic. It's structured like a mosaic. The film moves between 3 narrative layers. Mishima's final day, filmed in realistic color tones, flashback of his life presented in stark black and white, and theatrical adaptation of 3 of his fictional works, The Temple of the Golden Pavilion, Kyoko's House, and Runaway Horses, brought to life with stunning surreal stagecraft. Each layer has its own look, its own rhyme, its own emotional tone. Schrader, alongside cinematographer John Bailey and legendary designer Yukio Mishima, give each segment a distinct visual identity. The fictional chapters are full of bold color blocking, stylized sets, and abstract staging, like a kabuki theater mixed with German expressionism. It's a film where form is part of the message. Mishima's life was performance, and Schrader directs it like it's one. The entire film is propelled by the original score from Philip Glass, and honestly, it's one of the most haunting, hypnotic scores ever composed for a film. The music loops, evolves, and escalates, much like Mishima's obsessions. It builds tension without even fully releasing it, until that final moment. If you've seen any of Glass's operas, you know how powerful his minimalist style can be. Here, it elevates everything. The sounds, the visuals, and the structure all merge into a unified emotional experience. At its heart, Mishima is about the collision between art and life. Mishima saw no boundaries between the two. He believed that to write about beauty, one must live beautifully, and to die beautifully, one must live with purpose and discipline. Schrader doesn't glorify Mishima. He presents him as a deeply flawed, often contradictory figure. But what he captures is the intensity of the man who believed so deeply in his ideals that he was willing to die for them. It's a portrait of obsession, control, and the dangerous allures of perfectionism. And yet, the film never felt preachy. It's not about agreeing with Mishima. It's about understanding that drive that consumed him. Now, let's talk about the Criterion release. And this is where the film really shines as a physical media experience. This is spine number 432, and Criterion went above and beyond. First off, the 4K digital restoration is absolutely stunning. Colors are rich and balanced, especially in the stylized novel sequences. The packaging is elegant. Minimalist black and white slipcover with sharp interior disc art and a full color insert. It is a 56-page deep dive featuring essays by critic Kevin Jackson, reflections by Schrader, and excerpts from Mishima's own writing. Special features include audio commentary by Schrader and producer Al Powell, interviews with Philip Glass and Yukio Mishima, behind-the-scenes footage and a rare doc on Mishima himself, and for everyone else, optional English narration. It's a kind of release that contextualizes the film, not just preserves it, which is what Criterion does best. Well, that's the first ever Sunday Criterion episode on Minnelli Studio Entertainment. I've been your host, Jack, and it's been a blast making this video. I hope I convinced at least one of you to go check out this masterpiece of a film, either during a flash sale on Criterion website itself, or the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale, which is going on right now. I'll leave links down below for you to pick up this film. Comment down below what's your favorite Paul Schrader film, if you've read any Mishima's novels, and if you have that change your experience with the film itself. Here are 10 more films that I highly recommend you pick up for your collection. And stay tuned for episode 2 of Criterion Sunday. You don't want to miss that. To make sure you don't miss it, you subscribe, and if you're inclined, comment down below what film you think I should cover next. Until next time, I say see you later.